bro, you don't understand. I legit teared up, bro, in the
Yeah.
episode though. Like I was
I
like,
legit thought Nezuko was gonna die.
yes,
Dude,
I
they did.
legit thought
yes.
she was be
Even
done.
when she came back, I was tearing up because I was like, oh, this is beautiful.
It could have been
Like,
an illusion or something.
right. I
Like I
was
thought he
like,
was imagining it or whatever. Like if it weren't for those other dudes with him, like if it was just him that saw it, it could have easily
mm,
been an illusion
yeah, bro.
or him just imagining it, like Rengoku imagining his mom or whatever,
Yeah.
right when he was about to die.
Somehow
Yeah,
Demon Slayer just figures out a way to. They know how to close a show, bro.
It would have
bro.
been. It would. I don't know what would have been better or worse if they ended it at Nezuko dead and they didn't show that she actually came back
That would have been a good
because they could
cliffhanger.
have ended it that way.
Yeah, yeah,
I would have been pissed. Not
Yeah.
pissed. I would have just been in a sad state for the whole day. Like I
I
was
think. I think
legit
it.
sad, bro.
Yeah. It would have been crazy if they did it that way, but also I think it would have been hard to avoid the spoilers
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
feel like people was
The
like, "Oh, she's
manga
not
readers would have been
dead."
like, "Shut up, she's not." The Moyas
Yeah.
of the
yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Come on, put some respect on my name, bro. I ain't going no Demon Slayer for nobody.
Yeah, you did, bruh.
But
You know
I will
what?
say,
Respect to you
yeah,
though. Respect
what's
to
up?
you for being able to hold that in, bro. Because I was talking so greasy about this show, and you legit was just like, maybe they'll close it right, maybe they won't. You did like you gave me no clues that the closer episode was gonna be this fire, bro. Like I was
Yeah,
like, I just don't get how you do four back to back to back slamming clown. Like you close the show perfection every time. Like it doesn't.
every time,
How can
bro.
they do that every time? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'm
Well,
like,
they're following the different arcs, I guess. So maybe that's why.
but how are you doing? How do you come up with a perfect way to close the arc every time? Like the Rengoku death was perfect. The way Tengen killed Gitaro and all that, that was perfect. The way they just did this one, they didn't even give you look the what's the name's finishing move was cool.
Yeah.
That was all. But the what carried that episode was the emotional aspect
Oh
of
Yeah.
yeah.
that was what had me on the episode.
Was it like that in the manga too?
Obviously, like the motion and the stuff, like the way
Yeah,
they
it
do the
can't be.
cinematics, you just can't compare. But like, yeah, it was one of those shocking like few chapters where you're like,
Yeah.
especially that whole interaction with Tanjiro having to make the decision, like, yo,
Yeah, yeah. That
like,
in
do
the
I save my
yeah.
sister or do I take
That
care of
was
business?
crazy,
Yeah, yeah.
And
bro.
like, yo, the
He
emotion in the anime, like,
Yeah.
you just can't do that
You
with
could
the
see
drawing.
the craziness going on in Tanjiro's mind from it.
yes, bro. I felt it too because I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Easily felt it.
I was like, bro, what do you do in this
Yeah.
situation? I was so
I went brain dead
conflicted.
myself there
Yeah,
too. I was like, dang.
bruh. When Nezuko kicked him in the air, one single tear came
yeah.
in my eye. Like I said, this is the greatest like
Yeah,
system.
yeah, yeah.
That this is the coolest, the
Because
most
she knew
noble
she knew what
family.
Tanjiro was gonna do because his whole
Yeah,
life purpose is trying to take
right.
care
Yeah.
of
And that's
Nezuko.
why when he was screaming that, I was like, no, like when he
Yeah.
legit was screaming, like the only reason I got this far was because of you. I was like,
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, no, like
But then, yeah, at the same time, his goal is to like save people, all those
yeah,
other people.
yeah,
So that's basically the trolley problem right there. So
yeah.
yeah, you're right. That is a child. That was legit the child.
yeah,
That's kind of crazy.
Like compared to other animes, like there isn't so much depth, but like they build the emotions just fine. They keep the story simple,
yeah,
but like, yo, you can't hate on it.
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Like it still delivers, bro. And
yeah.
like they got good twists. Like it isn't anything like Attack on Titan, all sort of like, number crunching going on. You're connecting. It's not that,
It's
but
moral dilemmas and stuff.
Right.
right.
Bro,
The
they just
thing is,
know.
in the manga, I bet it was crazy because I know this from experience reading One Piece. I know in the manga they cut off the chapter right when she
Yeah.
died. They had to, yeah, yeah. So like everybody, the thing is, there's no spoilers when it comes to the manga. No one knows what's gonna happen, so all the manga readers are probably going crazy at the whole thing. Like they all thought Nezuko died. Like people were theorizing like maybe she isn't or whatever. Yeah, I know it must have been crazy in the manga.
That might have been right when they was surpassing One Piece every week for the
Yeah, it
manga
might
set.
have. Yeah,
It was kicking
for
One
sure,
Piece
for
in
sure.
the
Nah, it was just funny because like Mary and I knew what was about to happen, and you were like, I kind of fell off of it, like I just don't. I was just like, bro, you missing out, man. You might want to give it a shot.
The one thing when Mary was like, yeah, I was crying. I'm like, this boy, someone get this guy out of
Mayor do be crying. Mayor do be saying he be shedding tears on random stuff. We're like, what? so I understand the sentiment, but
when I watched this one, I was like, oh no, what's happening to me? I'm like trying to stop the tears from coming out.
These are happy tears. These are happy tears.
Yeah, man. Demon Slayer is the GOAT, bro. I just gotta give it to him.
We can't forget it was still the fighting was still awesome too.
Yeah,
like he learned the thunder breathing or whatever.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was tough. It makes sense, right? I think I was saying this before. Tanjiro should be able to know all the breathing styles if he knows the originating breathing style.
Well, I think I don't know if this was in the manga or it was in the anime episodes, but remember they showed the different breathing techniques and how some were
that was in the movie.
Yeah, some were closer, in terms of affinity than others.
Yeah.
So lightning and water were close,
Right.
And sound, they're all like kind of derivation of each other. And obviously, like you said, Mayor, like if you know what's good with the first breath of the sun,
right.
Everything else is a derived technique from there. So you'd think you'd be able to do them all.
Yeah, so I was reading some discussion on this, and people were saying that doctor dude single-handedly like destroyed the world. Like whatever concoction he came up with to make Muzan like that, he messed the whole world up.
Yeah.
And, he's the real culprit.
Yeah, that man has no idea what the heck
what he just did.
That man is responsible for literally dang near millions of people.
It's a good thing that Muzan never found out where he got the secret sauce from. So
it's a good thing he died.
Yeah.
Muzan killed him.
I'm surprised Muzan never found it though. Like he couldn't have got it from that far.
Right.
Yeah,
that's a good point. You've been alive for 1,000 years and you never found where this guy got.
Yeah.
There wasn't cars back then. He clearly didn't travel far.
Right.
Like,
Listen, it's like truffle, all right? It takes the right conditions for this thing to grow. You think humans out here finding truffle? Nah, we can't smell that. Nothing. It's pigs out here finding that for us.
That is a great point. That is a great point.
I'm just saying.
That was a great analogy. I'm not gonna lie. That was a great analogy.
It was.
That was really good, actually.
Muzan should have just turned like a whole group of like botanists and like archaeologists and stuff into demons and had him working for them. Like all these demons that are picking fights and stuff, that's not the way. He needs a research team. He needs an exploration team.
The thing was, it seemed like he was just turning people to demons, and then he said, all right, now I'm gonna have time for me to research. What are you doing, sir? Like, I actually don't understand what his point was in making other demons. What was his purpose in that?
He didn't really have good.
He's just sitting back in the lab doing research, but they're doing.
Yeah.
What was he a little kid for? Like, are they ever going to explain that? Like, what was he a baby for in this family's house? What was that purpose? None of this makes sense. Now I'm really
maybe he was just trying to blend in. I guess.
Yeah, he's just a blendy boy. He don't want to stand out. He's still scared of my boy Yoruichi. He still put the fear in that man's heart.
He was trying to duck out, man. I have a theory that the way he dies is he really does end up consuming Nezuko. I don't think Nezuko blood is good for him. This doesn't. It wasn't good for any other demons. So
what if he takes Nezuko and then she lights herself on fire, her blood,
right,
and it just destroys him internally? Yeah,
kill him from the inside. All right, we are Chopped Anime.